What up, fam? It's your boy, Boy 2024, streaming to you live. Yeah, I know. I was saying how I was going to do these Black Label reviews like one every 2 weeks or so, and I just put out one very recently. But I was in the comic book store, and this kind of jumped out at me, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a Black Label book." I didn't know there was a Peacemaker comic book. There actually been a couple of Peacemaker projects I might look into further later. But yeah, no, I said, what the hell? Let's just give this a try. I picked this one up, and I love this cover where it looks like literally like a movie poster. Peacemaker tries hard, and once again, yeah, it is a Black Label book. It is 17 plus, and this is one of the few books where I think it actually takes advantage of that. Just like if you've seen the obviously this is based on the John Cena, DC EU TV show on HBO Max, Peacemaker, which if you've seen that show, that is a very hard R. That's definitely like a mature show, not really, in line with the other DC movies or anything. And this comic is very similar as far as the target audience. So it's a perfect fit for Black Label. And I don't know. I was going into this kind of apprehensive because looking at the creative team, I didn't really recognize any of the names. James Gunn, the dude behind the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy, everyone loves him. James Gunn has not been involved with this comic, so I was a little worried about that. And the other thing is, I previously reviewed the Riddler Year One, right? And that was a movie tie-in comic, and that is very rarely a good thing, right? This is a freaking TV show tie-in comic, technically, because the Peacemaker show is a spinoff of the Suicide Squad movie, and then this comic is a spinoff of a spinoff, technically. So this is a tie-in to that TV show. Though that's some risky, that's some murky, uncharted waters there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's rare, where that's like a good thing. In fact, this might be the only good TV show tie-in. I'm gonna keep my opinion close to the vest until the end of the video, but let you make up your own mind. But yeah, I'm glad I picked this up. My thoughts on the show: I've actually only seen season 1, which I really loved. Season 2, I heard, goes a little crazier into like the multiverse territory, because somehow Peacemaker's the one show that survived, the rebooting of the DC movie universe. Peacemaker, season 1 was part of that old universe. Season 2 is in the new DC universe. So that's fine, that's fine. They can continue that. Doesn't really affect too much. But yeah, no, the artwork by Steve Pugh is very, very good. Well, that's a cover by a different artist. That was the wrong thing to turn to. I should have recognized this artist. He has done a couple of really big books. He did the Flintstones comic, that like semi-recent, like modern reboot of Flintstones that people love. I need to read that at some point. And he also drew several issues of Animal Man. So I should have, like, especially New 52 Animal Man. He was all over that book. So I should have recognized this artist. He's actually phenomenal. And he even did a, I don't really dabble in the DC, like, young adult books, but the Harley Quinn Breaking Glass, if you've heard of that one, that's like the one that people kind of point to that was kind of stuck out, mostly because of the fantastic artwork by Steve Pugh. He did that. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that book out, Breaking Glass. In fact, Steve Pugh gets to draw Harley Quinn again. So there you go, for a brief instant, because this is a spinoff of the Suicide Squad. Yeah, no, and then Kyle Starks I'd never heard of before, but he's a comedy writer. What are his credits? What does it say? He has done I Hate This Place, Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. He also did the Rick and Morty comics for Oni Press or whatever, which I've heard are very good. But the bottom line is, this book is fucking hilarious, and Kyle Starks is the perfect comedy writer for this book. That's why I wanted to get across to you guys. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. Peacemaker tries hard. I mean, it's a story of a boy and his dog. Well, a man boy and his dog. How do you not love that? So we begin our tale, epic cover there, at the grocery store. You see this? They're making a movie of Tales of the Black Freighter. That's awesome. I love that comic. They're going to mess it up, though. They always got to change it a little from the original. Yeah, why is that, you think? Why would you why would you even want to diverge from the pre-existing beloved lore? And this is a very, by the way, if you don't catch it, that's a cool little reference to the comic within the comic. If you've read Watchmen, that's Tales of the Black Freighter, that little pirate comic, which people were very divided on. I love its inclusion. I was very unhappy that it wasn't in the Watchmen movie version, although that movie was already too long, so I understand why they had to cut. If they had to cut something, they had to cut that. Anyway, but yeah, this is a cool little moment. I like how they're basically setting this up. I mean, this guy, this guy's complaining. He sounds just like me. He sounds just like your boy. He's like, oh, they're making a movie of this? Oh, they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna change it. I hate change. They're gonna diverge from the existing beloved lore. I feel like this is a personal attack. I feel like I'm being called out here. But this is a smart thing for the writers to do right away, where they're basically calling out anyone who would kind of critique this comic, or they're lampshading everything. They're basically saying, like, I mean, the Peacemaker show wasn't the most serious show on Earth to begin with, but they're saying, like, hey, this is a spinoff of that, but like don't take it too seriously. Don't worry too much about it, like where it fits in with, like, the lore or anything. It's just have fun with it. It's a fun little funny comic. Like, get over, because there are some characters you'll recognize, but there are some characters from the show who do not appear. Emilia Harcourt does not appear. Eagly and Vigilante, two beloved characters. What's funny is Eagly and Vigilante get their own spin-off comic. There's a spin-off of this spin-off. And okay, now I guess I'll reveal it now. I do kind of love this comic, so I probably will review that spin-off of a spin-off. I'll review, the Eagly and Vigilante book at some point, but they do not appear in this either. So for those people, people like me, people like this guy who need to, like, critique or like nitpick everything, like, oh, where is Vigilante in all this? Where's Eagly? Where's his beloved pet Eagly in all of this? This book is all about his new beloved pet dog. Like, what about his beloved pet Eagly? That is interesting that Eagly is not in this book at all. But this page is basically saying, shut up. He's like, don't worry about it. It's Peacemaker. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Anyway, that was a lot to get through on one page. Let me get through the first page for God's sakes. Yeah, why do you think that is? Why would you even want to diverge from the pre-existing beloved lore? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. They probably have to change it for a little for some legal reasons or something, right? she's basically being the mouthpiece of the editors of this book, saying, like, yeah, like, here's what's up, They probably have to change it a little for some legal reasons or something, right? No, these smarty pants writers just think they know better. What do you mean, who the fuck am I? And there you go. Page one, we already have our black label reasoning behind it. I'm Peacemaker, and I always love when characters introduce themselves in comics and their name is, like, stylized with this font, or you know what I mean? Anyway, he's like, I'm Peacemaker. He's at the grocery store crashing out. I ain't never heard of you. Peacemaker, Christopher Smith, a character no one cared about until James Gunn got a hold of him. Well, that's James Gunn's whole shtick now, isn't it? Popularizing characters like Rocket Raccoon and Groot and Star-Lord, who never mattered at all, or no one ever gave a shit about them until these movies came out. Same thing with Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. Anyway, Peacemaker, Christopher Smith, trained from birth to be an expert in hand-to-hand combat and weaponry by his shitty no-good dad. Loves peace so much. Oh yes, he would kill for peace. He would do anything for peace. I haven't heard of a lot of jazz musicians, but that doesn't mean they don't exist and aren't good at their jobs. Oh, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker. They just start listing. What are you making here? Some kind of muscle cake? I don't think muscle cake is a thing, but I'm going to internet search it at the earliest opportunity. The protein powder is for maintaining my my powerfully ripped and sensual physique. He's so modest, just like me. And the instant cake mix is for a very special event this weekend. Oh yeah, the whole comic is about this very special event, and I like how they reveal. We'll get there, but yeah. I like the reveal of what that event is. He keeps trying to get people to come over this weekend. Anyway, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong. What's your deal anyway? You shoot laser beams or turn to Fishman or something? My deal is I do anything for peace. I even kill for it. Yeah, a little irony there. Would you eat a poop? Would you eat a poop? I reversed it. Would you eat a poopful? Would you eat a spoonful of poop? Would you eat a poopful of spoon? Would you eat a spoonful of poop for peace? I'm not sure how eating something would contribute to peace, but yes, I would. I would do anything for and I'm sorry, I can't do a John Cena impression. I'm very bad at that. I will once again commend the artist Steve Pugh. Look at his muscles. He's Peacemaker, all right. But yeah, the artist Steve Pugh does a great job of portraying John Cena here, or the best he can, his likeness or whatever. But again, I think there was like that moment, right? For legal reasons, maybe they couldn't make him look too much like John Cena. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Back to eating poop. I'm not sure how eating something would contribute to peace, but yes, I would. I would do anything for peace. I'd eat a bucket of poop. Shoot! With this poop-eating motherfucker on the case, we should have peace any day now. And, yeah, no, this comic, again, I don't know why, and Riddler Year One, they used a little bit of the F-bombs, but, like, this comic finally takes advantage of that R rating. It's like, this feels like a mature book. People are dropping F-bombs left and right. They're very crass, they're very crude, they're very gross, just like the TV show. So it's very much in line with the TV show, and I love it. It's an appropriate use of the Black Label license, the Black Label, imprint, and I never thought it would be in a Peacemaker book of all things. Something that has no right to exist. Okay, so he's just driving, eating his giant thing of beef jerky. Caller ID, old work, answer all the blow up bomb in head. Shit! Go for Peacemaker. Peacemaker, it's Amanda Waller. I need you for a mission right away. There's a terrorist organization setting up near you, just across state lines. We believe they intend to break into Star Labs and steal some pretty dangerous technology. I thought I earned my release from Task Force X, Waller. So that's the, just so people don't get confused. Suicide Squad is the nickname for Task Force X. That's the actual term. They wouldn't actually name the team Suicide Squad because people would be even more reluctant to join the program. That's just the nickname that they gave the team, that the team gave themselves, rather, because there's a whole thing of, like, you've seen the movie, but, like, there's a whole thing. People never come, the whole team never comes back. There's always at least one casualty, so it's a Suicide Squad, if you will. But, Peacemaker, he earned his release from that program, so it is weird that Waller is calling him like this. So they are paying attention to continuity a little bit. You did. However, we are still paying your bills, and I thought you'd have a vested interest in this one, since terrorists are the truest threat to peace. And again, that's perfect Waller. She knows how to press his buttons to get him to do what she wants. That is kind of shitty, though. So it's like, even after he got his freedom, he's never really free. They'll still call him every once in a while if they really need his help. That sucks. And you'll see later, like, his parole officer's constantly checking on him. He can't cross state lines. He can't really... There's still limitations on what he can do, even though he's quote-unquote free. It's one of those, you're never really free type of things. But yeah, let me get to the issue one. I keep getting distracted, sorry. No, you're right. I'm gonna turn around over here. Hey, have you ever heard of something called a muscle cake? He's still on this. Did you say muscle cake? Is that a euphemism? Because we've talked about this. The lady at the store said something about it. You know what? I'll just look it up when I get home. I've sent you the address. Hey, is the Suicide Squad there? I'm planning a little get-together this weekend. I'd love to have them there. And they're all like, no. And I love how King Shark's on his Switch. And they're like, say no, tell them we're busy. Again, CPU gets to draw Harley Quinn one more time. I love his depiction. You don't see her very much. I love Steve Pugh's depiction of Harley Quinn. She is pretty ripped here. You see her abs a little bit. I mean, she's a trained gymnast, so it makes sense for her to be. Actually, let me flip over to the next. I hope yeah, we get to see her. No, oh yeah. That panel there, she's so... Look at that, six-pack. I mean, she's a trained gymnast. It makes sense she'd be ripped. But, I love his depiction of her. I need to find more comics with... Because a young adult book, it's like a preteen Harley. I mean, he's still drawing her. But, like, no, I want a book of him just drawing this Harley. Once again, I'm getting distracted. I apologize. I wish Harley was in this book more. She's barely in it. Anyway, last time we were at one of his get-togethers, it was just him showing off his VHS collection of VHS porn. VHS porn? He said he found it in the woods. It was disgusting, even for me. And that's really bad if Harley says something is too much or too good. She's sticking her tongue out. Classic Harley. Sorry, Chris. They're busy on another mission. They're fighting Clayface? And they're like, yes. They're just like, tell them anything. Tell them we're not here. Oh, shit. I don't envy them. I hate fighting that guy. They'll have Clayface stuck under their nails for weeks. Yeah, true that. I've arrived at the location. Do these guys have some meta-human in there? Some guy named Concrete with a K, or a cyborg called Laser Nuts or something? It's just... And she's just like, no. It's just your normal run-of-the-mill human terrorists. All right, well, then I'm doing this without weapons. It's the only way I'm going to be able to maintain interest. He's like doing, like, challenge runs now. He's like, this is too easy. I need to create my own artificial challenge. I don't care how you do it. I only called you because you need a blunt object to break some things, and you were the closest. Just get it done. Click. Well, that felt a little impersonal. And then, what does it say? Yeah, Viva la Revolution, or whatever. So tomorrow we set off the dirty bomb outside the lab, and then, what's the difference between a regular bomb and a dirty bomb? Well, a dirty bomb sticks its fingers in your butthole when it, some James Gunn humor, some HBO Max humor there. Again, this might not be everyone's cup of tea, But again, for those who enjoy the raunchiness, those of you who enjoyed the M-rated TV show, this comic is a must. I'm revealing my opinion now already, but this comic is a must. You have to read it. It's great. It's so much better than it has any right to be. I was shocked. I was like going into this. I explained my reasoning. It's a spinoff of a spinoff. No one I recognize. James Gunn himself is not involved. I was like, this is gonna be cringe. I thought the cover was almost a little cringe at first. I was like, this is because this type of humor is so hard to do right. Luckily, Kyle Starks is a good writer, but it's so easy to fall into that trap of like that cringy, like edgelord, like, yeah, we're just doing things to be shocking, or like we're doing things to be funny, but we're trying too hard, and the title is literally called Peacemaker Tries Too Hard, Tries Hard. No, this walks that line perfectly. It walks that line perfectly. Let's continue. So he breaks in in the mid dialogue. Hey, is this where all the terrorist fuckheads are? Hey, wait. Ceiling fucked. Guys, the Peacemaker is here. Flawless. At first I thought it said flawless victory. He punches the dude in the nuts. It says flawless dictory. Ugh, that guy sucks. Dude, why would you say that? Because you're a stupid asshole. But yeah, I love one great thing about this book, going back to the humor. Good thing of like, I swear this is like a callback to like the Adam West Batman days, where they'd be like pow, smack, slam. They have like the sound effects, the onomatopoeia. It's perfect in this book. It's like, don't skip over the onomatopoeia in this book. Ceiling fucked, flawless dictory. it's like that perfect type of humor that fits Peacemaker so well. You busted up the last terror cell I was in. You killed half in cold blood and made the rest stand around doing dick puppet theater to old musicals. Haha, I remember that. You had the smallest cock too. Dick puppet theater? You make them act out scenes like little ugly skin puppets. It's hilarious. You suck. No one likes you. Yeah, again, that's more that HBO Max humor. This is the one little gag. I didn't think this was that fun. He's brutal. He's like pulling the guy's mask down. He's like clawing his eyes. Yeah, I mean, again, humor is subjective. Like, your mileage may vary, but like, yeah, there's a lot of humor like this. This particular joke didn't land for me, but other ones did. It's definitely more sophomoric, more potty humor, but it's done well. It's done well. Dick puppet shows and all. Okay, how is that supposed to bother me? You're a terrorist. No one likes you. There's a whole group of us. We're like-minded and happy to be in each other's company. Unlike you. Yeah, at least we won't die alone like an old peace-loving cat lady. Man, come on. That hurts. Waller, consider this group busted. And he's like holding that guy up by the nose. Yeah, he's brutal. But he fucked them up. The authorities should be there soon. Chris, your country appreciates you. I kept one mostly unconcussed to tell you their nefarious plots. Arf, arf. Oh my god. Arf, arf. Arf, 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 arf. Oh, he's so cute. So cute. That's the cutest fucking dog I've ever seen. Is that your dog? It's just some stray man that's been hanging around. Look what a fancy little man he is. It looks like he has a tuxedo on. It really, look at the tuxedo, the little bow. He's like a little Bruce Wayne. He's such a fancy little gentleman. What's his name? It's a stray. Strays don't have names. But he's dumb as fuck, so we should have named him Peacemaker. That's a good joke. That's a really good joke. I almost like read too fast, went over that. That's a really good joke. But he's dumb as fuck, so we should have named him Peacemaker. Dude, you really think it's smart to ruin this moment? Anyway, so you should come check it out. There's going to be beer, cake, hot music, so many bangable chicks or dudes, whatever you're into. He's again, this will be a whole thing throughout the comic, a running gag. He's trying to get people to come over this weekend. He's trying to get this random cop to come over. He's like, I'm not coming to your party. None of us are. We don't know you, dude. It's like, oh man. We'll get to the party. Let me get through issue 1. I'll explain the whole party thing, but it's a good reveal. So yeah, that's great art by Steve Pugh. Like, look at that. That is John Cena's face. That is a good recreation of his face. Maybe those guys are right, and no one does like me. I'm not going to lie. It feels like that. I feel pretty alone. I do so much good stuff. I'm fighting injustice, defending peace. Shit, I saved the world like 3 times, and nobody knows who I am. Everyone is too busy or too cool to come to my party. I just want to be seen, to be acknowledged as someone worthy of anyone giving a crap about, more than just a blunt object, which is exactly how Waller says she sees him. She says that's how she sees him. That's exactly true. I just want to be seen, to be acknowledged as someone worthy of anyone giving a crap about, more than just a blunt object. Maybe that's too much to ask. But he has one little friend. And then here's a great moment. Hey, Dad. If I hit all the targets on the obstacle course, you think we could get a dog? Hell no, Christopher. You can't trust nothing that forms a loyalty without an ideology. Blind allegiance is the telltale sign of empty-headed ninny fuck or a double agent, and I won't accommodate neither. But maybe dog superpower is seeing something worth loving in anyone. That's such a really great line. Like much like the TV show, this comic, it's crass, it's rude, it's gross at times, but at times it surprises you with how emotional and heartwarming and sympathetic it can be. This is a great line, and it's a great image. Like again, artist Steve Pugh, I don't give him enough credit. He's fantastic here, drawing child Christopher Smith. Honestly, and I think this is intentional, doesn't he look like a young Clark Kent, like Superboy? I think he does. I think he really does look like a young Superboy. But no, the artwork is beautiful here. Let's continue. I'm getting too held up on each panel. Oh yeah, I said I'd do like my favorite panel in each book. It might be this one. Yeah, honestly, it might be this one right here. Either that or when they first introduced Bruce Wayne, because he's so fucking adorable. Yeah, this is my favorite panel right here. Look at it, he's so adorable. Okay, let's continue. Damn it, boy, you are so stupid. No one's ever going to love you. Now hit all the targets. I'm putting you in the moron box for 48 hours. The father of the year, right? All right, here we are, little man. Home sweet home. I'm going to take you on so many walks, buddy. Cardio's for pussies, but no, it's important for heart health. Hey, Task Force X Parole Officer Richard Rowley here. Damn, Richard, you can't just barge in here. I could have been jerking off. Whoa, who is this? And again, like that, the type of humor that you couldn't get away with in a normal DC book. This is the Black Label line for sure. Whoa, who is this? That's Bruce Wayne. He's my new ride or die. Bruce Wayne, you're such a fancy little man. Hey, anyway, I just dropped by because we were alerted you crossed state lines tonight, which you know is a violation of your parole. And I gotta remind you, pal, that is messed up because that you messed up enough. Blah, blah. And I gotta remind you, pal, that you mess up enough, it's back to Belle Reve Prison for you. Waller called me in for a mission. Just check with her. She'll clear it. I hope that's true because I'd hate to see you back there. And if you violate your parole enough, you know, I'll have to take you down. I always get my man. Except for the goddamn war wheel. And he has an interesting backstory with this freaking dumb war wheel. Like, oh man, there's so many things in this book that are just kind of epic in a way, but just so crazy. Whatever, you weird old fuck. You know, you need eggs for this, right? I've seen your fridge, and all you have is a half-empty jar of pickles and a bottle of mustard. Dude, it's instant cake mix. You just add water. Instant's in the title. It's so dumb, but like that's such a Peacemaker thing to say. That's very in character. I could see a stupid person, you know, making that mistake. Oh, I just need water. Sorry, bud. You need eggs and oil and something to grease a pan. You have a pan, right? Are you kidding me? That's not instant at all. Fuck. Now I have to go back to the store. Can you take dogs to grocery stores? Not unless it's a service dog or an emotional support animal. What's an emotional support animal? Like a donkey? Alrighty, Rooney, I'm going to get out of your hair. Don't let him finish that sentence. Don't let him finish that sentence. I'm leaving you some honey from the farm. Take care of that handsome pup and be a good boy now. And he's back. I hope you're better at making peace than you are at making lists, or we're all in trouble. That's another good line. There's some really good jokes in this book. There really are. I'm home, Bruce Wayne. You're going to dine like a little furry king tonight. You see, he bought the big bag of dog food, and look at that jug of cooking oil, man. He's just making one cake, man. Anyway, Bruce Wayne, there's a note. If you want your dog back, meet at the water treatment station on the edge of town. The Brain. Someone's going to die. They kidnapped. It's literally taken. They've taken his dog, and he emerges from the sewage. Snaps the dude's neck. What is that nasty smell? Yeah, he's literally covered in sewage. Hey, yo, what are you doing, Dookie man? Taking you henchmen out so I can get a drop on the guys who stole my dog. And he's got the wire. Oh shit, yeah. And he's covered in, literal shit. Bro, I'm a city employee. I just work here. Shit, I just killed one of you guys. Fuck. Yeah, he just killed an innocent man. Was it Gavin? Because he's a registered sex offender, man. And I mean a bad one. I wouldn't sweat that. He did look like a Gavin. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? And he's like watching it. I really appreciate this. No problem, my good dude. So yeah, so he's already killed an innocent man, but hopefully it was Gavin. Anyway, where are you, Brain? Give me my dog back, damn it. I am here, hero. I've been Why are you so wet? The Brain, French mad scientist and criminal mastermind, grody brain in jar situation though. Yeah, that's an old ass villain character. He's I want to say Teen Titans. No, the Doom Patrol. He's a Doom Patrol villain. Yeah. There are some deep cuts in this book, and I really love it. Like, as much as it is a silly, Peacemaker book, there are some DC characters that pop up in this, and there's some deep cuts that I really appreciate, actually. Color me shocked. I actually really love this book, and I do recommend it to just DC fans in general, but also, because, again, there's some deep cuts you'll appreciate, but also fans of the TV show who might not know much about DC. If you like the John Cena show, you're going to like this book. I fucking guarantee it. You can take that to the bank, and again, it's got that R rating. The book is for adults. It treats you like an adult, which I wish the whole Black Label line did, but that's this is kind of the first one. Anyway, I don't know what to tell you. People get wet. Okay, let us not dilly-dally nor tally any longer. I absconded with your canine because I require your services. Too long have I suffered in this metal can. It's time I had a human body. I wish to make love again. Oh wow, TMI. To prance through fields, to emote with facial expressions and dramatic arm movements once again. I yearn to touch hero, to taste food, to... Holy shit. Yeah, and that's his, his henchman, Monsieur Mala, a hyper-intelligent ape, the product of Brain's scientific ingenuity. So yeah, these are what Doom Patrol villains look like. We got a brain in a jar, and we've got a giant gorilla with a machine gun. I need to read some Doom Patrol. I need to watch that Doom Patrol show, at the very least. Almost done with issue 1, then I'll give you my thoughts on the rest of the book. But yeah, I want to give you this preview. Is that a monkey with a... Yeah, he's just like geeking out like a little kid. Is that a monkey with a heavy machine gun? Monsieur Mala is a gorilla, and I don't know what kind of weapon... I don't speak French, but yeah, despite my Pumpkin Night review, I do not speak French at all. But he speaks in French a lot in this book. Mala is saying it is a heavy machine gun indeed. That's freaking awesome. Yes, he is freaking awesome. I have the technology to grow my future body. I have the know-how. I simply need the materials. My friends/enemy General Immortus has the key to create the perfect host body. Dude, if you want a perfect body, I'm right. I saw this coming a mile away. Dude, if you want a perfect body, I'm right here. Look at these cheekbones. Look at these muscle clusters. So I thought that's what this was gonna be. I thought the Brain was gonna try and kidnap Peacemaker and implant his brain in Peacemaker's perfect physique. That's actually not where this is going at all. You're about to see what he wants: a different body, a quote-unquote even more superior body. So there you go. I don't really get why he needs Peacemaker, but whatever. I'm afraid I require a body that has no risk of rejecting an intelligent brain. Oof. What's that supposed to mean? What I meant to say is, you don't need me or my dog to do this. He's right. Just go use your evil brain powers and kick-ass monkey friend to get it done. It has to be you, Peacemaker. For this to work, I must have a hero. You see, I've done my research. I've run the numbers. Mathematically, heroes always beat villains. The only way to assuredly defeat a scoundrel is with a champion. I need you to be that hero, Peacemaker, because for me, this mission cannot fail. You need me? And you see the artwork is 10 out of 10. Very evocative, very emotional. You see the look on John Cena / Peacemaker's face. He just wants to be needed by somebody. That's why he joined the Suicide Squad. He just wanted to serve some sort of purpose. He wanted to be useful to somebody. And now, literally, a supervillain brain in a jar that's kidnapped his dog. He's so desperate to be needed or useful to someone. He's even willing to work for them. It's pathetic. It's sad, but he's a very sympathetic character. I do feel bad for him quite a lot, especially when you find out what day this is. I've long been watching for just the right hero, the one who would be pliable to my needs, controllable but willing. When my sources revealed you found a pet, I knew I had to strike fast. I had found a crack to take advantage of. Man, he did strike fast. Like, holy shit. Like, this is all the same day, isn't it? Like, Peacemaker just got that dog, like, an hour ago. And Brain found out about it and broke into his place while Peacemaker was at the grocery store. So he was probably only gone for, like, 20 minutes. How good is his intel? Like, I mean, he is a supervillain, but... shit, that's stretching it, man. It's the same day. Like, how does he know about the dog? And he broke into his place and stole the dog already? Whatever, don't worry about it. I'm acting too much like that guy at the supermarket. Don't worry about it. Just keep reading, have fun, enjoy the jokes, enjoy Peacemaker. So I ask you, Peacemaker, will you be my hero? What if I say no? Monsieur Mala eats the dog. Shit, man, that's fucked up. And that was my actual reaction. Then I realized that was also Peacemaker's reaction. Shit, man, that's fucked up. Dude, I don't want to even think about picking Bruce Wayne bits out of gorilla poo so I can give him the proper burial he deserves. What do I need to do? Bring me the genetic material of Deathstroke the Terminator. Oh, fuck me. So yes, Peacemaker's body isn't good enough. The brain needs Deathstroke's body. Holy shit. So Deathstroke will be in this book. Well, kind of. So that's the premise of the book. Peacemaker is going to go get Deathstroke's genetic material so that the brain can create a clone body of Deathstroke and put himself into it, and then, whatever, do his thing, take over the world. What a great first issue. I'm already so invested in what I did not expect to be invested in at all. Let me just kind of find something else to show you. Again, let me look at that art. Again, Steve Pugh does a great job showing John Cena's chin, his face, and everything. One thing I wanted to mention real quick, going back to the show, I was rewatching like the intros for both seasons. I love them so much. Like those are like perfect opening theme songs where it's such a unique thing where like they have like this retro whatever it is 80s song playing, and again it's James Gunn, so it's going to be a very specific type of song. But the whole cast, not just Peacemaker, but like heroes, villains, everyone comes out into the dance floor and they're all dancing and jumping around and catching each other, and they're all dancing to this song. And it's just fun. We're just having fun. And I was like looking at it on YouTube, and one of the YouTube comments, this is a great comment. Someone pointed out like the only thing I could compare this is like the live action version of like an anime opening, right? Where it's like we're playing like this J-pop music, and like all the characters are just out and they're all dancing to this music, and it's just fun. Like there's nothing really to compare that to in the world of like American television until Peacemaker. So I don't even know if that's what James Gunn was going for, but he knocked it out of the park as far as like, here's like a live action anime theme song. That's what the Peacemaker show accomplished. 10 out of 10. These character designs are so wild, but I love them. Let me just kind of find something else to show you. I gave you the preview of the first issue, and then I'll just keep on. I like this. His dad like has all these different, you see that in the show too, he has all these different helmets, and that's like a fun little thing. The shrinkage helmet, the X-ray vision, the fuck beam. Let's get to let me show. Hold on. And oh yeah, he gets to the headquarters, right? And this team, the demolition team, shows up. Oh my god. These were Hal Jordan, 80s Hal Jordan Green Lantern villains. I've actually read some of these comics when these Jokers show up. Again, they're a joke, but for Peacemaker, they're actually a challenge. They're pretty powerful in their own right. And it's going back to that stupid Hal Jordan stuff where, like, what's Green Lantern's one weakness? Well, they're all wearing, like, yellow armor and yellow weapons and stuff. Yeah. I do like Rosie the Riveter. that's her name. Like, they all have a construction weapon, and she has a rivet gun, and her name is Rosie, so she's Rosie the Riveter. What's the slogan? Yes, we can. Oh my god. Ooh, Rosie. I'm getting distracted. Steve Pugh is such a good artist, and like there's certain artists that like they can't like portray unattractive people. You know what I'm trying to say? Where it's like Rosie's supposed to be like this kind of tough, like kind of butch, like this girl that would work construction, but I think she's still she's still a baddie. She's still a baddie. I'm a Rosie the Riveter fan. I really am. But yeah, and they're cartoonishly villainous. Like he's gonna throw like this bag of kittens into this grinder before Peacemaker shoots him in the head. Yes, and then what is it? Oh, I need to show you this scene. Yes, again, going back to the sound effects. So he grabbed the fuck beam helmet. So he's like trying to hold back, but he's like, you know what, screw it. fucked. That's his helmet power. So like they get taken out by the sound effect, and I love it. It's so over the top, but I love it. Boom. Yeah, General Immortus, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, that's a funny moment too. He's such an old man. Peacemaker's trying to fight him without killing him. He's like, how do I fight an old man? So he has to like gently flick him and knocks him out. This comic is fucking hilarious, man. It really is. Actually, yeah, let me read this scene real quick. So, we have a flashback where Christopher gets like beat up by some bullies. He's going to his dad about it, asking for him for help, and his dad's just like, look, they stole his bike. He's like, I took shells from the firing range to the scrapyard for 2 summers to afford that thing, and they just took it. It's not happening, kid. I can't be associated with this. Do you know how humiliating this is to me? Please, Dad. If a man can't handle his own business, he's as useless as a turd in a toilet bowl. You know who wants to help a turd, Christopher? Fucking no one, because no one cares about a useless little piece of shit. Now get out of my face or I'll block your other eye. This feels similar to a conversation I had with my dad, where I was like, hey, can you push me on the swing? And he's like, no. Yeah. Push your own damn self. And like, solve your own damn problems. Like, anyway, but yeah, like, no, I mean, anytime, and they go into this in the show as well, anytime they go into Christopher's past, like his relationship with his dad, and his mom, died in childbirth, I think, so like, it's just him and the dad. You can easily see why he turned out the way he did. He's a very sympathetic character. But yeah, he just got betrayed by the only person he considered a friend. He's all shot up and everything. He wanders into this bar. I like this moment too. He like goes into the ladies' room, and everyone's like commenting on that. And so what I thought happened was, I thought he just like wandered in there by accident because he's like delirious. He's been shot up pretty bad. No, he intentionally went to the ladies' room because what's right here. So he grabs all the Tampax and he's like, patching himself up. That's actually kind of clever. Like he's supposed to be like a dum-dum, but like I wouldn't have thought of that, especially if I've been like shot up and I'm like losing blood. I'd just collapse on the table. Like I would just say like, help me, oh my god, help me, so he's that's a good moment for Christopher. I think he is a little bit smart in his own way, in his own right. But and then he meets this like cute little bartender girl. We later learn her name is Georgia, I think. And then she kind of she asks him like, you okay, mister? And then he just like kind of trauma dumps on her like with all this text, and it's awkward. And then she's just like, I just meant maybe you need a doctor or something because you got a tampon stuck in some sort of wound there. I love Georgia. I'm weird. I know I fixated on Rosie the Riveter. I'm fixating on Georgia now. I love his crying face. But yeah, like she's such a minor character, but I think she's cute. Again, Steve Pugh, he's unable to draw unattractive people. Even this like minor character, this random like bartender, I think she's really cute. I want him to get together with Georgia. Amelia's not in this book, so he doesn't have to worry about Harcourt. Anyway. But yeah, there's this other moment where he's just like, they're giving him crap for going to the ladies' room. He's like, well, I assume there wouldn't be any women in there, and I needed the feminine needs dispenser to attend to my life-endangering wounds. And she's actually kind of on side. She's like, he's right. It is a sausage fest in here. So I like her a lot. I was hoping he would get together with her. Demolition team. Oh, Rosie's back. They come in and they have like a little fight. Blah blah blah. This part's really funny too. Blah blah blah. Where is it? Because this is what they're really mad about. He's like, look, I'm sorry I shot your friend, but I was betrayed. And he's like, we had 63 days without a worksite incident, you son of a bitch. You know how many safety meetings we're gonna have to go to now? And they're all like, that's what they care about because they're all construction workers. I thought that, again, this is really funny. I think it's a really funny book. But yeah, they have a cool little fight. Again, Rosie with her rivet gun. Get it? Rosie the Riveter. And again, she gets taken out by a sound effect. Workplace accident. He punches her out. I'm gonna go ahead and find it. But yeah, they're all giving him props. They're like, "Oh, that was actually pretty cool." And then he tries to invite Georgia to his party. Hey, I'm having a party this weekend. Do you think you? And she's like, I appreciate the offer, mister, but every night I have to deal with the antics of a slew of uninhibited man-children, and every month one of these guys takes a drunken shit in the sink. Frankly, I got enough weirdness in my life to contend with it as is. And he's like, I can respect that. So, very valid thing she says. I'm sad because I wanted them to kind of get together. But Georgia is a treasure. Why is she working in this like shitty shitty bar? I know I'm fixating on such a minor character that doesn't even matter at all. But I'm like, what is she doing? Like working in this bar? Like what's her story? What's her story? How did events lead to her working in this bar? She could do something else. She could work in like a nice office somewhere, be like a secretary or something. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. I'm going along again. I apologize. I will try and be quick about this, but his parole officer is so badass too. He like has to fight him, and he has like this trained bee, and because he used to be a superhero called the Red Bee, and that's his whole thing is he fights. He's like a normal crime fighter, but he has like a super trained bee, and it's like the funniest shit. It is like the funniest thing. This book is wild, bro. Oh, this is a really funny moment too. I have to talk about this. So he calls up Waller because he needs her help, right? And he's saying like, you know, Bruce Wayne was kidnapped. That's the name of his dog. And then she's like, Bruce Wayne was kidnapped, and she's like, deployed Task Force X, call the JLA. She says, just do it. And she's like talking to him, and she's like, is it really Bruce Wayne? And the way he describes it, he's like, well, you know, he's a fancy boy in his suit, and she's like, yeah, that tracks, you know. But then he gives it up. He mentions that it's his dog, and there's this awkward pause, and then there's this great moment where she just has the fucking the trunk, the briefcase open with the bomb detonator, and she's like, So she calls off the team. They're not going to help him after all, and she's like, do I get rid of it? No, all right. So all he has is these oldsters, these old coots, and the Red Bee has this trauma because this ridiculous war wheel killed all of his platoon or whatever, and he wants revenge on the war wheel, and so that will come into play later. It's so ridiculous. Oh no! And then we meet Snowflame. This is a real character. We need to mention Snowflame. So Snowflame is a cocaine-powered supervillain smuggler. Yes, we said cocaine-powered. So this is real. I guess this was during like the anti-drug whatever campaign in the 80s or whatever, but they created a supervillain who snorts coke, and then he gets powers. He can shoot like fireballs and shit, and that's his whole thing. He's Snowflame. He's just a drug addict with superpowers. I can't believe this is real. Like this feels like a James Gunn created character. No, this is a very real character that James Gunn. Why didn't James Gunn put this in the show or in the Suicide Squad movie? This would have been amazing. Anyway. But yeah, Snowflame is a treasure. He's so powerful and they can't stop him. No, I take it back. I'll show you my favorite panel in this comic, and it's right here. So the Red Bee's special bee, his name is Michael, and they're captured there, and Peacemaker's just like, we're fucked. But Red Bee's like, no, Michael's working on it, and he's inside the handcuffs, and Peacemaker's like, what the hell is a bee gonna do? And he's like, no, Michael's very strong. I've trained him, and it shows Michael. It shows him working out. It shows him he's like a little tiny dumbbell, and he's like super duper strong. And I lost my and he breaks the cuffs. This is my favorite comic panel in history. This is it. This little bee who is so fucking strong. Michael's my favorite character. Snowflame, he goes all out. He crashes out. He snorts some coke. Yeah, he just dives in head first, and now he's unstoppable. I mean, Snowflame could probably fight the Hulk if he had enough coke. You know what I'm saying? He could probably take Superman if he had like enough of the white powder. What does he call it? My cumulonimbus stimulant cloud. Oh my lord, this comic is amazing. Yeah, he looks like a demon. I love it. And the way that Peacemaker beats him is he hides these poison frogs in his stash of coke. It kills him. Oh, this book is insane. This book is insane, and I love it. I'm losing all of my light, so I'm gonna wrap this up soon, I promise. But yeah, that's Red B's outfit. He looks ridiculous. I love it. So yeah, they are cloning Deathstroke. They're all these Deathstroke babies. And what's really fucking funny is they all have the eye patch. This is one of those I'm that guy in the grocery store again, where it's like Deathstroke, his whole thing is he has a healing factor like Wolverine, right? Or like Deadpool. But his whole thing is he has this iconic eye patch because he lost an eye or whatever in like on like a mission. And it's like, so he can heal any injury, but not the eye. He always loses, like, why can't he heal the eye? He's always missing the eye. Like, wouldn't it be beneficial to him to have two eyes? For whatever reason, his power can't heal the eye. Yeah, like, again, I'm being that guy in the grocery store. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool that he's missing the eye. It's cool he has the eye patch. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they luckily they don't have to fight the real Deathstroke, or they would be so screwed. They just have to fight Teen Deathstroke, Teen Deathstroke, which is already also too much for them. They really get their asses handed to them. So what happens? And then yeah, they discover the War Wheel, and and Red B freaks the fuck out. And then yeah, so the Brain gets Deathstroke's body, calls himself Warmaker, and they have this big fight, and it's really great. It's really awesome. But I have to mention, so Michael is once again MVP. But yeah, once again the onomatopoeia. He's wearing his laser helmet, so he goes laser, and so he saves Red B, and then Red B is saved again by Michael, who flies. They do this whole speech about, you know, how bees, like, they do the one sting and then they die. They have to choose when they do their sting, and it's all about sacrifice and choosing their moment and blah blah blah. And so we set up this moment where Michael sacrifices himself, and he flies through the eye socket and gets into Slade's only one good working eye, gets him, and it's perfect. 10 out of 10. Michael is the MVP. Michael kicks ass. This comic is wonderful. This comic is amazing. But the one thing I wanted to show you at the very end, give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, War Wheel, blah blah blah. Again, Steve Pugh's art is fantastic. But yeah, we went on this crazy adventure, and now everyone's showing up at Peacemaker's party because it's his birthday. It's actually his birthday, and that's why he was so desperate to... Oh, we get to draw Harley Quinn one more time. So yeah, even Waller shows up, even the Suicide Squad shows up for his little birthday party. I love it. And we get her back. We get Miss Georgia. And she actually hooks up with the much older airplane pilot. I didn't see that coming. And she's like, don't shame me. Don't shame my issues, Peacemaker. Not me. I'd never... Yeah, so I was hoping these two would get together, but I guess she likes older men. Much older men. But again, if you've seen the show, you know that Peacemaker only has eyes for Amelia Harcourt. They are the one true pair of that show. And I do like them as a couple. So my ship has died. My ship has sunk. He will never be with the cute bartender. That's fine. But yeah, it's his birthday, so that's why everyone showed up at his house, and that is so crazy to me. That is so crazy. This is how I'll end the review. It's crazy to me that everyone shows up. It turns out I did not know this when I bought the book, or that I'm reading it, today. But yeah, everyone shows up because it turns out it's Peacemaker's birthday. Today is actually my birthday. So yeah, what a crazy coincidence. So happy birthday to both myself and Peacemaker. And thank you for joining me for this stream. Next time I will try and review definitely another Black Label book, maybe the Eagly and Vigilante spinoff.